many restaurants. I'm bringing like, it's like frying oil in Chicago, right? All right, the temperature of liquid nitrogen. Where's those bloggers now? Minus 346 degrees Fahrenheit, something like that, okay? Depending on a few things. So really, I just like to say it's really, 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 really cold. But I did say frying oil, and I think that the neat part about it is that it's about as cold as frying oil is hot. So often we kind of use it in that way. You know, be the first kid in your block to have a nitro fryer. Or I guess with Omar and Grant here, the third or fourth kid, or fifth or sixth kid in your block. All right? All right, so here we go. So liquid nitrogen. This is not a glass container, but why? Am I the only chef using nitrogen? So I can get crazy with it. All right? Throw it around. I don't want to break this to everyone's like, don't do it, don't do it. All right? I'll leave this here. We'll throw some in the crowd later. Whatever you do, guys, if you're going to do this at home, you have a notebook. You're going to ask me later where you can get liquid nitrogen. I know it, but you already wrote it down in your book. Remember to ask where I can get liquid nitrogen. Never touch it with your hands. Okay? Never touch it with your hands. All right? Never use it as a hair. Makes it really spiky. Alright, but the key is if you happen to be confronted with a big bath of liquid nitrogen, and you're like, what do I do now? If you put your hand in it and take it out really quick, you're fine. Okay, it's like your hand over a candle. If you kept your hand over a candle, you burn your hand. Simple enough. If you keep your hand in the nitrogen, you burn your nitrogen. Real quick, not to get into the safety of liquid nitrogen, but I would not put my hand in frying oil. So when people always say to me, how dangerous is it? A little bit less than frying oil. You know, you have to respect it as an ingredient that can be dangerous if not used correctly. Just like a fryer. That's pretty dangerous. You guys have all, right, fried turkeys and been running in the middle of the yard with a burning turkey. No one has done that? That's only my grandma? Okay. All right, so we're going to get into making our nitrogen here. All right, and then it's as simple as this. For the culinary students, I kind of liken this to making mayonnaise. All right? This is a great Halloween. People always say that. I never say that. I don't know why I say that. All right, so what we're doing right now is the margarita is freezing, the mixture is spinning around, and the nitrogen is freezing the margarita base. And what we're basically making a sorbet. This happens to be also an amazing technique to use if you find yourself in a quick-fire challenge. And a lot of people say those things about my cuisine too. It's like, you know what I can't do in a quick-fire challenge? Dehydrate a chorizo chip overnight, you know? But I can make ice cream in a couple seconds. So the show has kind of taught me too how to cook in a little bit more of a fluid sort of quick way. We got to get this on like Rachel Ray's like 30-minute meals or something. Never happened. All right. So here we go. We're spinning this around. Something just cracked. All right. Questions? It's fun. No, we're good. Yes, question over here. With the Nebraska shirt on. I had to do it. I'm a Florida Gator, so. All right. Yes. How much nitrogen do you use? Back to recipes. It's equal parts nitrogen to the ice cream or sorbet base, basically. Now, because this is an alcoholic sorbet, probably a little bit more nitrogen than usual. So that's one of the questions. When do you know it's done? Let me see if you can hear. Can you guys hear? Kind of like you hear it kind of freezing up on the side of the bowl almost. You know it's done when you hear it. You know, getting back to the whole cooking audio is a big part of cooking. You know, you can hear when things are crackling and searing. You know, you always hear that when a chef teaches you how to roast a chicken breast in a pan. You need to hear that sizzle in a pan. When you're making nitrogen at home in your mixer, you need to hear that sizzle. Being aware. Okay. While we're at it, do we have some whole cilantro leaves too, real quick? All right. Because it's so cold that right now the herb is like getting shocked. You know, it's like so cold, it's getting shocked, and it's actually really intensifying its flavor, as well as sort of mimicking what happens in a fryer. It's getting really, really crispy right now. All right. If I get too scientific, just let me know. So there's our nitro fried cilantro. All right. Sorry, my show is like one part like Gallagher, one part Carrot Top. We're launching things in a couple minutes. Just all right. So there we go. So now we have. You can see on the edge of the. Do you have a spoon I can use real quick? This will work. You can see what we have right here is this beautiful, luscious. Ooh. Yeah, I heard one. There was one. And in all honesty, if this was just straight tequila or straight vodka, that would be the same consistency of it. So I do private bar mitzvahs, weddings.